Hey, this is D Wong Wei Videos. Today we're going to talk about Senkos and fishing with Senkos. If you're interested in catching a lot of fish, a lot of bass, a lot of striped bass, a lot of action, then you want to invest in what's called a Senko. These are basically stick baits. These are full of plastic but salt, so they're very dense, and they wiggle down and they fall nicely. Bass can't resist it, and they just gotta eat it. So anyways, today I'm gonna show you how to rig this for kids. Fishing with kids, I love Senkos. So there's a couple different ways. Number one, you can rig it wacky rig. If you're in a hurry, you just don't got time, maybe you got 1, 2 kids, sometimes you just wanna go ahead and take a hook. I would recommend always using a hook that has a weed guard or a stick guard. To me, it's a stick guard because kids, they launch it up in the trees 20 feet high. So you don't want to get mad at them. You want to show them and use technology to get it out of the trees. So basically what you do is you hook it right in the middle here. See that? See it right in the middle. And that's called a wacky rig. So that wiggles. It goes and boom! Right? You got that? And that weed guard blocks the trees, it blocks everything. So that's a great setup right there. Sometimes if we're missing a lot of fish, or if they're really active or you want to get it down, sometimes I use a little lead head that has a little, okay. One of the ways to make your Senkos last much longer is I use this little rubber band thing. I buy these are little Senko O-rings, and basically you roll them onto your Senko and you get it wherever you want on your Senko to determine the fall. So sometimes you put it in the middle, sometimes you put it, but make sure it's on there good, because that's gonna keep your Senko or your 75 cents to $1 just falling off your hook. So then you take your hook, okay, and then you hook the actual O-ring right there. All right, we got that. That's what it looks like. Anyways, that's a great setup. This will catch a lot of fish. All right, so this is called wacky rig. So that's one way I'll set it up. And this is weedless. It's a great way. It catches a lot of fish. All right, so now if I'm fishing with little kids and they can't cast and they're gonna launch it most of the time up in the trees, I'm gonna go Texas rig on everything I'm rigged for them, right? So I got this Texas rig hook so right there, and it's a big 5/0 hook for Senkos. And that way, if there's any bites, bass have big mouths, so I go big hook. So what you do is you take this through the little flat spot right there, and you take it out of there. It's that simple. Look at that. You turn it around, and you put it right back in there. Look at that. See that? There it goes right there, okay? So you pop it all the way out, because if you don't pop it all the way out, sometimes it gets stuck in the plastic right here, and it doesn't hook the fish. So it'll get you out of trees, but then you want to catch fish in case the fish bites. So you pop it all the way out there, and then you pull it back a little bit, and you tuck it back in there. See how it tucks back in there? So now it's totally weedless, right? So that's a Senko, Texas style. This is the #1 setup if I'm bass fishing for kids. If they're gonna launch it in the lakes, they can cast it really far because it's really heavy, so it's dense. So it's one of those lures that is really easy to cast for kids as well. So great lure. They come in different sizes. I recommend the 6-inch, 6.5, 5.5 inch, around there. It's a good size for multiple size fish. If you're looking for even more action, sometimes you can go even smaller. These are like 2.5 inches, and they look like little bait fish. So sometimes I drop shot these things. Okay, so these are different colors. Alright, these are different colors. So if you're fishing the Sacramento Delta, here's a tip. My favorite colors are dark green, crawdads. They eat lots of crawdads, brown. So those are the ones that I like to use. Any of the darker ones, we like to use what's called a baby bass. It has a little white under it. It's a white and green color. So there's a bunch of them out there. That's the fun part of going fishing for fishing lures is there's the shopping. Lures are made for the fishermen. Anyways, I hope that helps. D Wong Wei, go catch something.